From cricket legend to millionaire diplomat, Deryck Murray's secret life will shock you. Deryck Murray's name takes most cricket fans back to the golden days of West Indies cricket. They remember him as the calm keeper behind the stumps and a steady batsman. But what they don't know is how he turned his cricket fame into serious wealth and power. In 2025, Murray lives a life that most people can only dream of. Born in Port of Spain, Trinidad in 19... Murray was different though. While other kids just played for fun, he studied the game like it was science. His keeping skills were natural, but his mind was sharper than most. He could read batsmen like open books. He knew what they would do before they did it themselves. This mental strength made him special. By age 20, he was already catching the eyes of selectors. The West Indies team of the 1960s was building something special. They had raw talent everywhere. Fast bowlers who could break bones. Batsmen who could hit the ball to the moon. But they needed someone calm behind the stumps. Someone who could think clearly when the pressure was highest. Murray was that man. Murray played 62 test matches between 1963 and 1980. These weren't just any matches. He played during the most exciting time in cricket history. The West Indies were becoming the most feared team in the world. Everyone wanted to beat them. Everyone failed. His job wasn't easy. He stood behind bowlers like Michael Holding, Andy Roberts, and Joel Garner. These men bowled at speeds that could kill. The ball would fly past batsmen so fast they couldn't see it. Murray caught every single one. His reflexes were like lightning. But here's what made him different from other keepers. Murray didn't just catch the ball. He studied every batsman who came to the crease. He knew their weaknesses. He would whisper advice to his captain. He would suggest field changes. He was like having a coach on the field. The numbers tell only part of his story. 89 dismissals in Test cricket. Hundreds of catches that saved matches. But the real story was in his mind. Murray was already thinking about life after cricket while he was still playing. Most cricketers in the 1960s and 70s didn't think about education. Cricket was their life. When it ended, they had nothing. Murray was smarter than that. While playing for the West Indies, he studied at the University of Nottingham in England. This wasn't easy. Imagine traveling the world playing cricket, then sitting in lecture halls studying economics and politics. Most people would quit. Murray pushed through. He knew cricket wouldn't last forever. He needed skills that would pay bills for the rest of his life. At Nottingham, he learned about international business, economics, and diplomacy. These subjects seemed boring compared to cricket. But Murray saw their value. He was building a foundation for his future empire. His professors remember him as serious and focused. Unlike other students who partied every night, Murray spent his time reading and learning. He asked questions that showed he was thinking bigger than just passing exams. He was planning his next life while still living his first one. When Murray retired from cricket in 1980, he didn't disappear like many players do. He had a plan. His first move was into cricket administration. He understood the game better than anyone. But more importantly, he understood people and politics. Cricket in the Caribbean isn't just sport. It's politics, business, and culture all mixed together. Each island has its own interests. Each player has his own agenda. Managing this chaos requires special skills. Murray had them. He became involved with the West Indies Cricket Board. But this wasn't just about organizing matches. Murray was learning how power really works. He was meeting politicians, businessmen, and international officials. Each connection was building his network for the future. During these years, Murray also worked with the United Nations. This gave him global experience. He learned how international organizations work. He understood how money flows between countries. He saw opportunities that other people missed. By the 1990s, Murray was making moves that would make him rich. His first investments were in real estate. Trinidad was developing fast. Tourism was growing. Foreign companies were moving in. Murray saw this coming before others did. He bought land in areas that seemed worthless then. Maraval was just hills and trees. Port of Spain's business district was small and quiet. Murray bought property in both areas. He waited. He was patient. His cricket fame opened doors that stayed closed for others. When he wanted to meet with bankers, they said yes. When he needed permits for developments, officials listened. His reputation for honesty and intelligence made people trust him with their money. Murray also invested in financial services. Trinidad was becoming a regional banking center. Companies from bigger countries needed local partners who understood Caribbean business culture. Murray became that partner for several international firms. His consulting work grew naturally from his diplomatic experience. Governments across the Caribbean needed advice on sports policy, youth development, and international relations. Murray provided that advice. His fees were substantial. Murray's work with various Caribbean governments led to formal diplomatic appointments. He served as a cultural attaché, then as a trade representative, and eventually in higher positions. Each role taught him more about how international business really works. Diplomats don't just attend fancy parties and sign papers. They broker deals between countries. They solve problems that could start wars. They connect business leaders across borders. Murray excelled at all of this. His cricket background helped him in unexpected ways. Cricket is played across the British Commonwealth. Former colonies in Asia, Africa, and the Caribbean all loved the game. When Murray met officials from these countries, cricket was always the icebreaker. By 2020, Murray had been appointed as High Commissioner for Trinidad and Tobago to Jamaica. This isn't just a title, it's real power. He represents his country's interests in Jamaica. He manages trade relationships worth millions of dollars. He influences policies that affect thousands of people. Today, Murray lives like royalty, but quiet royalty. His main residence sits on a hilltop in Maraval, one of Trinidad's most exclusive neighborhoods. The house isn't flashy, but it's worth millions. Every detail shows class and taste. The property covers several acres. From his terrace, Murray can see the Caribbean Sea stretching to the horizon. The house itself blends modern architecture with Caribbean style. Large windows let in natural light. Open spaces connect indoor and outdoor living. Inside, the house tells the story of his life. His study contains hundreds of books on economics, politics, and history. Cricket memorabilia fills one room, but it's displayed tastefully, not like a fan's bedroom. The wine cellar holds bottles from around the world, many worth more than most people earn in a month. Murray's garage houses 3 vehicles that reflect his personality. The dark blue Jaguar XF is for business meetings and diplomatic functions. It's elegant but not showy. The classic Land Rover Defender is for weekend trips to his country property. The Tesla Model Y shows he stays current with technology trends. His wardrobe consists mainly of tailored suits made by the best tailors in London and New York. He owns dozens of pairs of handmade shoes. His watch collection includes several pieces worth more than most people's houses, but he's never flashy about any of it. Murray's real power isn't in what he owns, but in who he knows and what he can make happen. When Caribbean leaders need advice on international relations, they call Murray. When foreign investors want to understand Caribbean markets, they meet with Murray. His office in Kingston, Jamaica receives visitors from across the region and beyond. Business deals worth hundreds of millions pass through his desk. Trade agreements that affect entire industries require his input. His signature on documents can change the economic future of small island nations. But Murray also uses his influence for social good. He quietly funds scholarships for hundreds of students across the Caribbean. Many of these young people don't even know his name, but they're getting educations because of his generosity. He supports cricket development programs that give poor children a chance to learn the game properly. Several professional cricketers today owe their careers to programs Murray funded in their youth. Murray's typical day starts at 5 a.m. with light exercise and meditation. Physical fitness remains important to him even in his 80s. Breakfast is usually fruit, coffee, and news from multiple international sources. He reads newspapers from London, New York, and several Caribbean capitals. His mornings are reserved for the most important work. international calls with government officials, business meetings via video conference, and reviewing documents that require his attention. His mind is sharpest in the morning, so he tackles the hardest decisions then. Afternoons often involve local meetings or site visits. As High Commissioner, he regularly meets with Jamaican officials, business leaders, and community representatives. These aren't just formal meetings. Murray builds real relationships that serve his country's interests. Evenings are for family, reading, and reflection. Murray is married and has children who have built their own successful careers. Family dinners happen several times per week when his schedule allows. He's a grandfather who takes that role seriously. What most people don't understand is how connected Murray is to every important decision made in Caribbean business and politics. His phone contains the direct numbers of prime ministers, central bank governors, and the region's wealthiest families. When a new resort wants to build in the Caribbean, developers often seek Murray's advice about which islands offer the best opportunities. When international banks want to expand into Caribbean markets, they pay Murray substantial consulting fees for his insights. His annual calendar includes private meetings with some of the world's most powerful people. These aren't public meetings that appear in newspapers. They're quiet conversations that shape policies affecting millions of people. Murray serves on several corporate boards, though he keeps these positions private. His business judgment is valued because he understands both international markets and Caribbean realities. Companies pay him hundreds of thousands of dollars annually just to attend their board meetings and offer advice. Murray has established several foundations that will continue his work long after he's gone. The largest focuses on education and sports development across the Caribbean. It's funded with tens of millions of dollars from his personal wealth. Another foundation works on preserving Caribbean cricket history and culture. Murray believes cricket was more than just sport for the region. It was a source of pride and identity during difficult times. He wants future generations to understand this legacy. His diplomatic work has also created lasting change. Trade agreements he helped negotiate continue to benefit Caribbean economies. Relationships he built between countries have prevented conflicts and promoted cooperation. Murray's influence on young people might be his greatest achievement. Hundreds of successful professionals across the Caribbean trace their opportunities back to his mentorship or financial support. Many of them now mentor others, creating a cycle of development that grows stronger each year. What made Murray different from other cricket stars who struggled after retirement? Several factors stand out. First, he never stopped learning. While playing cricket, he studied. After retiring, he continued educating himself about new industries and opportunities. Second, he understood that relationships matter more than talent alone. Murray invested time in building genuine friendships with influential people. He helped others achieve their goals, so they helped him achieve his. Third, he was patient with his investments and career moves. Murray didn't try to get rich quickly. He built wealth steadily over decades. He took calculated risks, but never gambled with his future. Fourth, he maintained his reputation for integrity. In a region where corruption often destroys careers, Murray remained clean. People trusted him with their secrets and their money because they knew he would never betray that trust. Finally, Murray understood that true wealth isn't just money. It's influence, respect, and the ability to make positive changes in the world. He built all of these things simultaneously. At 82, Murray shows no signs of slowing down. His current term as High Commissioner runs through 2026, and there are hints he might accept another diplomatic assignment after that. His business interests continue to grow, and his foundations are expanding their reach. Murray recently announced plans for a major cricket academy that will train young players from across the Caribbean. His approach was simple, but required discipline that most people lack. Start planning your next career while you're still in your first one. Use your sports fame to open doors, but develop real skills that will keep those doors open. Build genuine relationships, not just business contacts. Invest wisely and be patient with your returns. Most importantly, use your success to help others achieve theirs. Murray proves that sports fame can be the beginning of something much bigger, not just the peak of your life. His journey from cricket star to millionaire diplomat shows what's possible when talent meets intelligence, patience, and genuine character. A man who once caught cricket balls for the West Indies now catches opportunities that change entire nations. His legacy will last long after people forget his cricket statistics. That's the mark of someone who understood that true success is measured not in what you achieve, but in what you make possible for others. Subscribe to discover more untold stories of sports legends who built secret empires.